We got a special guest for you today. Actor, longtime actor in Chicago, comedian and everything else. Actor, comedian, writer, co-writer, producer, everything else. He even met Mikhail Gorbachev, believe it or not. Let's welcome Tom Haskins to the broadcast. Tom Haskins! What's going on, my friend?
Good to see you, Lou. Thanks for having us.
I don't feel bad. We got some good vibe here. Don't come too close. Whoa. Actually, it's funny. Tom was supposed to come on the broadcast, and I asked Tom if he could send me a bio, and I guess he didn't know about emails, right? He claims he sent me an email, which I doubt it, because he wanted to send me. We'll get a close-up of this real quick. Okay, it's all colored. It's Tom's bio in like 12 different colors. He had lots of pens and pencils and markers and stuff like this. So this is how Tom likes to. He couldn't have done that through, there's something called PowerPoint you probably can do that with, but
Right.
It's good to have it here. So anyways, Tom, welcome to the broadcast.
Glad to be here, Lou.
Tell us what you've been up to. First of all, you've done comedy in Chicago for a while.
Yeah, I've done some, different comedy things. I was lucky enough when, I was younger. I was at Second City.
Mm-hmm. Come a little closer.
And I was at Second City and also Players Workshop at Second City, which is kind of like before Second City. And then I auditioned. I got in Second City and did some stuff there.
Okay.
And which was a lot of fun.
Well,
and then
what was it like in Second City in those days?
Second City in those days, it was, it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. You went in, you auditioned. There used to be a show on TV on Channel 9 where the guy from Second City, I think he was Ben Kingsley, and he had a safari hat.
Okay.
So when I auditioned, I did like a little bit of him.
Okay.
And a little bit of some other people. And
like Wild Chicago?
Yeah, Wild Chicago.
Yeah, okay.
Wild Chicago. And I got in there, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of, mostly it was a lot of fun, people doing comedy, interacting with people, going out to restaurants, and, hopefully.
Comedy's supposed to be fun.
It is.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if it's not fun, it wouldn't be comedy.
Absolutely.
It would be something else. Funny Firm, that's something from the past, huh?
Right. Like the Funny Firm used to be down near Illinois Street in Chicago.
Okay.
And also the Improvisation, which was in Los Angeles and Chicago and a lot of cities.
Okay.
They were kind of close together. And the Funny Firm had a workshop. And, so I did a workshop there and actually was able to perform, for an audience there, which was fun. And then at the Improvisation, I was able to do a comedy contest for a very good sponsor, Johnny Walker Whiskey.
Oh, wow.
And
that's some strong stuff.
Yeah. And it was a good, there was probably about 70 people there. And I managed to get on Fox 32 News, for a blurb on Fox 32 News.
That's cool.
Yeah, which was pretty good. And then it took me like about a year to get the film because I had to buy it from a personal shopper, which was kind of unique.
What's a personal shopper?
A personal shopper is usually someone that will go out and buy clothes for you or get your cleaning or buy
like
appliances.
A personal assistant for shopping only.
Right. And I had to finally track one down because it's not easy getting the bigger 1.5-inch film from the, from the TV channels.
So you just couldn't get up early in the morning and press record on your TV like everyone else would?
No.
Well, you have a VCR or what?
I just had an Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh, really? Yeah, those don't record on you.
They don't.
No, plus if
you got to shake them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Johnny Walker was before Johnny Walker Black, but Johnny Walker.
Right.
You did a little contest. They were sponsored by them. You came in what place?
I just came in somewhere in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, you're almost funny.
I was
funnier
almost
than most of them.
Yeah.
Not all the funniest, but almost funny.
Funnier than the ones that didn't get on TV.
Now, the people that didn't get on TV, people that did get on TV that won that, anyone worthwhile that you might recognize?
there was one guy when I was in Second City, not from that contest, but he was on 30 Rock.
That's a TV show.
Yeah, he was on 30 Rock.
Okay, cool.
And then another guy that I did stuff with on Second City, he was in that movie where it was a takeoff on Johnny Cash, and I forget the name of the movie, but it was also a comedy where the guy was like throwing police cars and all kinds of superhuman type things.
Johnny Cash did that?
Well, no, this guy that was supposed to be like Johnny Cash.
Yeah. I know Johnny Cash shot a man once and just to see if he could die, right? Or what do you do?
He shot him just to watch him die.
Yeah, shot a man where?
Folsom Prison.
Yeah, shot a man just to watch him die.
That's right.
Yeah, it happens.
It does.
That's got to take a long time,
but it was,
right?
it was, all these things were fun. everyone had a great time. They'd go out to restaurants, joke around, have fun.
Expensive group, huh?
Not too bad.
No? Okay, so I heard a rumor that you met Mikhail Gorbachev.
That's true. That is true.
How do you meet Mikhail Gorbachev?
Well, I was working at the Options Exchange in downtown Chicago.
Okay.
I was on lunch, and he was getting into his limo with his wife, who I think her name was Rika, something like
The
that.
redheaded woman.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And he had all his Russian Secret Service guys, and he was getting in his limousine.
Those were
and
communist.
I believe so.
Yeah, and Secret Service, they just were.
Although he kind of altered the communist thing. And then he got out of
They were hardcore.
he got out of the limo, and the Secret Serviceman didn't like it, and he walked over to me.
To you.
To me.
So you're standing there with a Coke in your hand or something
Right.
like that? Just
Cheeseburger, I think.
okay, cheeseburger. You're
Yeah.
coming back to lunch.
lunch,
Okay.
yeah.
You're just standing there.
Right.
And he comes out of the car.
And he came out of the car and walked right over to me.
Did you think you were gonna get shot?
No. And he started talking to me.
In Russian?
In Russian.
Okay. And
You know.
what'd you tell him?
I said,
No,
hi.
no hablo, or what'd you tell him?
I said, comrade,
Okay.
Mikkel, it's Tamuska.
Yeah.
So we had some sort of psychic connection.
Did you just want to get out there and rub his head, that little thing up there? Just kind of
Well, you know
squeegee
what?
it out or
That
something?
actually is a map of Russia.
Is that what it is?
If you look
It's
at
like
it
a tattoo?
closely. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was, but then he had an interpreter.
Okay.
And a microphone.
And what did he say to you?
He said, do you know where there's any good cheeseburgers?
Honestly?
Yes. In Russian. And then the guy, he translated it. And I said, yeah, right over here at Brokers.
Okay, this is way before they had Google, so he could have Googled it nowadays, but back then
Right.
there was no Google.
Right.
So, and he saw a cheeseburger.
And it was exciting, and he talked to me and one other guy.
Okay. And you didn't think you were going to get shot or anything like
No,
that?
no.
Did you watch behind your back when you were walking back, so, you know?
As much as I could, yes.
Now, do you tell your people at work right away?
I think I told him, I told him later, probably.
That's the
later
first
in
thing I
day.
would have said.
Yeah.
I would have just went in there and told the boss, listen, you're gone.
It was.
I know people.
It was interesting to just have him walk over and start talking to me,
I can imagine. Now, from the days of Funny Firm and the days of Mikhail Gorbachev, you've done some independent films in your time?
Well,
Like
I
big
done,
films?
I was an extra in Hoffa,
Oh, okay.
which was kind of a cool film. They filmed it right over at 39th and Pershing at the Board of Ed
Okay.
area there, because that looked like downtown, the industrial Detroit in the 40s.
Okay.
So that's the look they were going for. So Jack Nicholson Danny DeVito directed it. Jack Nicholson was in it.
He had a fake nose.
I think he did.
Yeah.
And he actually played Hoffa's sidekick. And then we were all dressed in 30s garb, and we filmed down in Bridgeport at midnight.
Right.
From midnight to 5 a.m.
That's the best time to film there.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, now we had Peter Surdick on the broadcast.
Right.
And you collaborated with him actually
Right.
on an independent film you're going to be filming. So tell us about that.
Okay, well, the independent film that we're going to do, Pete and his wonderful wife Dina and myself, we were all in Payless Players, had One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, okay.
And so that's where I met Pete and Dina.
Cool.
And Pete and I
You
were
guys
always...
flew together then. You flocked together.
We were both cuckoos.
Yeah.
And we were always cutting up and entertaining the cast.
Okay.
And we had a good connection there. And then Pete, has branched out and with his Bernie Diesel Entertainment.
Yeah,
he's into like a lot of things, from exercise to wrestling.
Yeah, I heard
to
about that,
comedy.
yeah.
And he's a very giving person. He has a vision. And he wants to just entertain people,
Yeah.
And that's why people they're drawn to him because of that.
It's a good thing.
And so I said, hey, an idiot like me,
Partey, you believe that?
Can you believe he did it on the air?
oh my gosh.
I can't believe it.
Unbelievable.
You know, we got to spank him later or something, right?
Yes, we got. Oh my goodness. You
You got to make him sit to that Mrs. Jones again.
Oh, that was,
It is a must.
I used to listen to
All right.
Mrs. Jones.
Huh?
At 63rd and State, I used
that
to
where she
listen
lived?
to Mrs. Jones.
Is that where she lives?
No, but they played that song there all the time.
Oh, okay. Okay, so go back to your, you wrote a play.
So, and then I said, I know that Pete was interested. So, and he knows people that are, doing comedy in Chicago. And he was doing his various things. And I said, on a comic thing, I said, I'd like to try to write, a comedy, which
Right.
I had never done. And I thought that this theme, like with the Mayan end of the world, because it was such a big thing,
They made a big deal out of it. Yeah.
you know what I mean? And also, you know, some of the plays, I hate to say it, but some of the plays we see in the outlying suburbs and stuff, they might appeal to you like if you were on the Titanic,
Right.
you know, because they're so sort of just, you know, flat and there's not much of a pulse to them. So we were trying to do something dynamic, something that's current, and something that no one's ever seen before that's funny.
Right, you
And I
did
have
it.
to say, we did it, and between Pete and his wife Dina, who just did a fantastic job in the rewrite of this, because it was originally written as a play, and which we still might get it into some
Might as well.
the Annoyance Theater and some of these places, but they did such a good job rewriting it, and then like Pete said, we had to kind of disguise for liability reasons some of the characters that we had.
Right.
You know, and you know that in your business with copywriting.
Yes.
Which we did, but the good news is it's so apparent who they are. You know who they are anyhow.
Right.
Even though we've changed names to, you know, as they say,
Protect the
protect
innocent.
the innocent.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
So they did a fantastic job. I mean, I give my kudos to Pete and Dina.
Yeah.
And I was just, you know, plugging away at it, and then I got good input from like, you know, friends of mine. Because you never know where a good concept's going to come
You never
from.
know.
And
never know.
I got some that we're going to give credit to this buddy of mine that came up with some concepts, and he's going to do some carpentry work for us and like build a.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell you exactly, but
You know what? You need
he's
a
gonna
good
do some stuff.
carpenter. You never know. Well, I got the squeaky floor in my building. I'm gonna see if I can bring him by, fix that floor.
I hear you.
I try sneaking in, and there's this neighbor I have. And every time I
Right.
walk past his apartment, he always wants to come out and talk. And I don't want to talk to him.
I hear you.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, you guys, you and Pete should come by the show one day.
Yep.
When you guys get the filming together, and you guys
Oh.
can talk more about putting it together. Sound good?
I hear you. We appreciate your
All right,
time,
Tom.
Larry.
No problem.
Larry,
Yeah.
thank you very
All right,
much.
Tom Haskins, everyone. Yeah. Partey, he's come a long way, hasn't he?
Oh, yes, he has. But I tell you what, Larry, you gotta invite that guy back.
Why?
He's gotta tell me and you how to get one of those nice personal shoppers.
I need a personal shopper.
So I need one right now. You think I want to walk in a supermarket around for a couple hours?
Not at all.
Trying to see what's on sale.